I'm Gilbert Fiorentino. We have a really exciting company coming up next. I had a little startup about 20 years ago called Tiger Direct, and over the past 20 years, we built it to a couple $1 billion in revenue. And over that whole period, we always ran as a lean startup. So imagine that, a couple $1 billion run like a lean startup, but we did it. I'm really excited to be here today. I feel like startups in my blood, and I've been involved with Incubate for 2 years. Congratulations, Mark, on 4 years. And you know, when I was watching in the beginning, I sat through the Bookage presentation last year and the Flowmeo presentation 2 years ago. And I hope all our companies are going to be on that slide next year, but I will tell you, our next company will be on that slide next year. When you come back, you'll see our winners. And it's Bookage, it's Flowmeo, I hope all of our group this year, but I'm telling you, Kipu will be up there next year. Kipu is an exciting company, and I'm still explaining to friends and family what software as a service is. And while it's probably not for this group, software as a service is more lucrative than any of the other businesses, including those illegitimate ones you might think about. If you know what cloud computing is and you know what software as a service is, you understand how attractive the presentation you're about to see is. It's a developed model. They've been working on it for about 18 months. They have customers on it now. They're running clients through it. You're going to hear all about it from Natasha, but I've been honored to be working with them as a mentor and advisor for 3 months now, and I hope for a long time to come. So I welcome Natasha from Kipu Systems.
Hi there. Thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you, Gil and Mark, for having us here. So, like Gil said, we developed an electronic record system specifically for the substance abuse industry. And the reason we did it was by pure chance and by pure luck. We had a small company, we had clients, we had fun, we had good projects, and one of our existing clients came to us and asked for help. He wanted to move his detox facility from paper to electronic, and he didn't know how to choose. Just as background, there's about 300 offerings in this country right now. And it's virtually impossible to decide what to adopt because it's like choosing between strawberries and apples and bananas and pears. It's really, really complicated. Yet it is very important to do so. Our client was wasting about $300 per case file just in moving the file around his business. I'm talking, this is not the actual work that needs to be done. I'm talking about the tech has it in one side of the building, the nurse needs it over there, let me make a few extra copies, the doctor forgot to sign something, he needs to come back. Ridiculous amounts of money. And it adds up really, really fast. He used to have 1,000 clients per year. It comes down to a chunk of change. In addition to that, it is very, very inelegant. This is an actual photograph of the storage shed after a couple of subpoenas have been served. Nobody ever puts it back the way it's supposed to be. We asked ourselves how many other companies, such as this one, might need a product like this. It turns out there are about 13,000 standalone detox and treatment facilities in the US. And this is a conservative number. And they're very conveniently clustered, with Florida being one of the major hubs in this industry. So we can just drive up and down I-95 and meet all these people. Additionally, it is a growth industry, unfortunately. The reason for that is that the DSM, the Dictionary for Psychiatry, is about to expand the definition for addiction. Some people estimate that the numbers of addicts in this country are going to double in May. Some people are saying they will triple. Today, there's 22 million addicts, so do the math. In addition to that, all these facilities do not need a certificate of need, such as a hospital might need. And so everybody's jumping in, basically. The facility that we started with went from 14 beds to 56, and new people are opening facilities left, right, and center. You must be wondering, why is this space open? Why isn't it that all these companies are rushing in. And again, it's very counterintuitive, but there is so much work to be done in this space that people are sticking to their core markets. The traditional EHR software companies and the insurance companies who are jumping into this space have to take care of almost 90% of the hospitals and 60% of the private practices that do not use EHR. And also, all these facilities, or the vast majority of them, are not headed by doctors. They're not headed by traditional business people. Most of them are former addicts that started out wanting to help people. And today, they are basically sitting on very lucrative businesses, and they need help to manage them. So we built it. And we built it simple, we built it obvious, we built it, I can't believe it's not there anymore. We built it to leverage the technology that is there already and that we're using in our day-to-day lives, and that is familiar to all of us here. We built it so that the reporting, for example, would be simple and pleasant, so that it would be interactive, so that the stuff that that staff people in these facilities already are using and are already very familiar with is in these new spaces and the new technologies. And also, we build it to manage their occupancy, because in essence, these facilities are selling bed space, and they have a medical component to it. And we make it really easy to do that. Just with a few clicks, they can assign beds and do all these kind of things. Finally, the system polices itself and notices mistakes before they become huge issues, which is a big problem in this industry. So just to round it up, it's simple, it's easy, it's always on, there's no need for IT, it dramatically improves the quality of the records, and it's available to many users at the same time from many locations. We also made it extremely easy to adopt this as a solution. Small licensing fee, very small fee per patient. At these prices, a small facility, about 20 beds, gives us about $20,000 per year, making it an addressable market that is quite interesting. And in just a couple of years, it becomes a very interesting company to be associated with. I'm not going to bore you with actual specific numbers, but we have them all. So please come and talk to us afterwards. The other interesting thing here is what we call the neglected spaces of the economy. We are going after the substance abuse industry right now, but this in turn is a part of the behavioral treatment market. All in all, it is about 35 billion in this economy, and they all have the same challenges as the substance abuse treatment has. And then there's things like homeless shelters, supported housing, assisted living. Nobody cares about these facilities, and they all have the same problems with their case files. And the fun thing, the amazing thing is that they're already starting to look us up and find us, and we're starting to deploy in these spaces as well. So we already have clients, we already have revenue, which is very, very good. We have a small sales team. We have the marketing tool set to be able to sell to all these people. We have a team that is very powerful and that has made all this possible, and we are all around, so please look us up and talk to us. We'd be very happy if you did that. And what we're looking for is an investment of $400,000, of which we already have some commitment. And with that, we're going to pump up sales, development, implementation, and service. We are going to really speed up the development of training materials, because that's a big multiplier for us. And we are going to do certification and legal protection as fast as we can as well. So I hope you will join us for a cool ride. And thank you very much.